Welcome to the Skyforest podcast, the story of a space freighter that discovers a few nasty surprises on what should have been a routine delivery run. Voice performers include Fabian Vasquez, Cecily Knobler, David and Jeff Piranelli, Lindsay Nelson, and Nate Leiper. Written, directed, and edited by Dave Piranelli in Hollywood, California. If you enjoy the show, please leave us a 5-star review and tell your friends about us. Thanks for your support. Coming up in Episode 8, XL Taldega blasts off in the Skyforest 3. Bhareet is peeved as this interrupts her repairs to the crucial broken oxygen valves. Rama wakes up in the brig, but his buddy Leo lends a helping hand. Rama decides to head into orbit himself, and we finally witness the last moments of the abandoned Skyforest 1, and find out about that pretty girl dancing in the field. Coming up next, thanks for listening. Let's join them. The Skyforest 3 bridge is tense. Taldega's in the captain's seat. He looks at Williams. "Get me Bhareet." Yes, sir." He waves his hand over the controls. A hologram of Bhareet appears. She's working with a team installing the valve. "Update, engineering officer." "Well, it's in, but we still have to connect it all up and test. But we should be good to go in 2 hours or so." "Perfect. I need you and your team to walk away for a little while to your Excel couches. We'll be taking off and going into orbit." Everyone on the bridge is as surprised as Bhareet, except maybe Williams. "Sir, why would we go into orbit? When they have the oxygen ready, we'll just have to come right back down." "Orders from the captain." "But I don't understand. It just seems to make extra work for everyone for no reason." "We follow our captain's orders to the letter." "Okay, we'll get to our Excel couches." "Thank you, Bhareet. Once we're in orbit, you can complete the valve installation." "Certainly, sir." Stupid waste of valuable time. Williams shuts Bhareet off before she can say anything else. Captain. Yes, sir?" "Get the crew into couches. As you heard, we're going into orbit. 3 minutes to blast off." "Certainly, sir." He waves his hand and pulls the mic down. "Attention all Skyforce 3 crew, proceed immediately to your Excel couches. Prepare for launch." On the engineering panel, 70 red lights go to green one by one. "All couches activated. Crew is ready." The Skyforest 3 blasts off from the planet's surface. Dust and debris shower out. They head into orbit. In the brig hallway, Rama cautiously walks out of his cell, looks around. Hello?"
"It's me, Captain Vasco. Get back in your cell like a good boy or I'll dock your pay."
"Hilarious."
"I got you out, but I can't keep you out if you don't move quickly."
Rama walks over to the cart he filled with sparkle. He's a little surprised to see it again. "Why is this back here? Jesus, nothing works out for me."
They had to use it to haul your sorry ass back here after the captain shot you.
"I gotta get this sparkle back to Earth. Clients at the palace."
Good luck. Taldega just took Sky 3 into a low orbit to keep things off the Sky 3.
Rama takes a look at that cart. "I still have options, but first I have to get it all back out again." He grabs a wrench and gets ready to extract the sparkle he hid in the cart earlier. But first he pulls a small device out of his uniform, a mini radio. He keys it. "Klaus? Hey, Klaus?" Yes, bossman? That plasma shot sure looked painful." "I'm sorry I lost my temper. I need to get this delivery aboard." "And, what would that delivery be?" "You know damn well what it is." "You burned mine up and denied any connection to it." "Look, I need your help." "I, Klaus, would like a promotion." "And I want a pony." "What good would a pony be out here in space?" "Okay, asshole. Look, I need your help." "Not sure what I can do for you stuck down there on the planet. We're back in orbit now, you know." "I heard. I'm going to be making my way to Skyforest 3. "Good luck. Flap hard. The air is very thin here." "Using a jetpack, smarty pants." "Well, good luck again. All doors sealed by security." "I need you to meet me near waste recycling, section B2. There's a waste port there." "And why would I do that?" "If you don't return, I become the new cargo chief." "How about a kilo of sparkle?" "I'll be there." Rama smiles as he digs more sparkle out of the cart and stuffs it into a cargo bag. Now we get to see how Skyforest 1 ended up empty and stuck on the dock. On the bridge of Skyforest 1, Captain Bobby North taps buttons in his control chair. At his side is his XO, Luis Mendez, matching uniforms with crisp, clean lines. High-tech control chairs on the bridge of an orderly and sleek space freighter, a mirror of the Skyforest 3, but oddly dark and quiet. Through windows behind them we see that the Skyforest 1 is docked at Skyforest Base. The giant glass dome fills the sky behind it, glows with the green life inside. Command deck is clean and functional. We see nothing out of place, yet. Lewis taps at his panels.
Skyforest Base Control has cleared us for takeoff.
Engage liftoff VTOL. Engage aero surfaces. Lewis expertly guides his hands over the controls. He knows where everything is. He taps and retaps and confirms. But other than the creaking of chairs, there's no sound.
VTOL engaged, gaining altitude. Aero surfaces extended and locked.
Which is very odd, as we see no movement outside whatsoever. He continues gliding his hands over the controls. The controls are dark. Doesn't look like they're even turned on. Advise when we clear the atmosphere. The second moon is visible to port. Let's stay very far away from it. No moon is visible. Just the same space dock outside. He stares at blank readouts. Hits more unresponsive controls.
Nearing the outer edge of the ionosphere. Second moon is 10,000 K away. Nothing to worry about.
He exudes confidence, even while tapping away pointlessly. The captain leans back. His chair creaks again. Retract aerodynamic surfaces, maneuver to the superluminal beacons, and follow them to the entry point, and prepare the crew for the jump. Mendez leans toward the empty seat next to his, as if listening to someone.
Cassandra reports the crew is ready.
Which is puzzling, since there is no Cassandra, and she certainly didn't say anything. What's going on here? XO, get us to superluminal entry position. More motions over the dark controls. They both lock harnesses over themselves and enter superluminal acceleration positions.
Nearing entry point. All lights green.
The captain smiles. Prepare for superluminal. Engage as soon as we reach position. Have X-93 alert Earth control that we're en route. See them in 20 months. Mendez taps away. He smiles too. It's gone smoothly. He clears his throat, hits a button, and speaks clearly into his microphone.
Attention X-93, this is UNS Skyforest 1. We have successfully lifted off from Skyforest Base, and we are entering superluminal. Tell Earth to leave the light on. We're on our way.
Communications Officer Chanley on X-93 received. We'll forward your message to Earth. Safe travels. X-93 out. Very nice. Very nice work, XO. Execute superluminal jump.
Jump in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Absolutely nothing happens, but they don't seem to notice. They behave as if they're experiencing heavy acceleration. Then they settle back down. We finally see the whole bridge. Nobody else there. Lights off, nothing running, nothing moving, or maybe something is. And now we see that the captain and XO have no legs. At the end of their rough stumps there's movement, things crawling around. Drops of blood appear briefly, then vanish. Smiling, the captain turns his head. We see that his ear is missing, more squiggling around it, tiny drops of blood. He reaches to scratch his missing ear, and there's his captain's ring on a partially chewed finger. The ring Vasco finds later. Skyforce 1 sits at the dock, cargo ports all open. Dock vehicles are scattered about with partially unloaded cargo. Nobody is present to run the machines. The wind blows, dust swirls, and nothing else moves. Vasco, Riley, and Pallas just watched the video on the old comm unit. After Vasco got it working, they're dumbfounded. Now we know why Sky 1's still here.
And now they want our ship to go back to Earth full of them?
They got smarter. Maybe they just needed more hosts to grow the hive before taking on a planet. They're ready now. We will do anything, everything to stop them. They can't get back to Earth. I'll fight them alone if I have to. Get a can of Raid, or 100. Seriously, you got us here. You don't have to do it alone. I will do it. I owe my dad. You owe your dad a planet? A long story I don't feel up to telling right now. Okay, what's next? There's more footage in here. A lot of it. Hopefully it shows us who was in the drug ring.
I think we know at least one. Locked up already.
I want everyone involved. We need to know who we can trust. They keep digging through the comm unit for more footage. In an airlock, Rama puts on a more sturdy exospace suit. A worm manages to get in with him, but he doesn't see it. Then he slips one of the jetpacks onto the outside of the suit. It's a bigger suit and doesn't take the pack too well, but Rama attaches it with ratchet straps and bungee cords. He loads a cargo net stuffed with bags of sparkle and attaches it to his suit. Hey, Leo, open this airlock. I need to go.
Bad news. I don't control that one. You need to head toward the cargo area.
In this giant suit?
Should have asked first.
Jerk. And what if I run into someone? I'm sure they're looking for me by now.
I'm still monitoring cameras. I can make sure you don't bump into anyone. Speaking of which, that cranky Palace guy is heading your way right now, gun drawn. Head for the cargo area. Pronto.
I've got one more pickup before I go, but it's on the way.
Better get moving. He's closing in. Probably can smell you.
Rama tries to run in the exosuit. It clomps and flops. He falls and gets back up. He drags the cargo net clumsily behind him. In the geothermal station, Leo watches, laughing hysterically. On another monitor, Palace sits in mission control watching old footage with Vasco. Nowhere near Rama. Leo pops some more nuts in his mouth, chomps, and laughs again.
What a maroon.
On the recovered comm unit, Vasco, Riley, and Palace watch another old video. We see the pretty dancing girl from the beginning talking to the camera. She's wearing that scarf. Turns out her name is Sarah. Hi, Sarah here. So I landed this great side hustle working on some indigenous insect research. But I wasn't sure how Leo, the geothermal guy, got to be in charge of bug stuff. She's sitting in her own quarters as she records this video, giggling a little. We spent hours using ISO units to rub particles off these weird little butterflies' wings. Then we run it through a bunch of machinery to process it somehow. All sorts of secrecy, complete with full body searches when we enter and when we leave. I've never even been able to get a picture of these pretty little butterflies. They're so sparkly. So I finally connected the dots. This guy isn't doing research. He's making sparkle. She holds a vial up to the camera. The same shimmery stuff Klaus had. He's paying us okay, but has crazy controls in place to keep us from ever touching this stuff. Took me weeks to figure out how to sneak some out. She shakes the glittery vial again, gets out a vaporizer. I tried it last time I was on Earth. It just makes me smile and smile. I had no idea it came from way out here in space. This is going to make this tour of duty a lot more interesting. She cracks the seal on the little vial, stares at the camera in delight. She has no idea that she's dooming thousands of people to a twitching death by opening that one little vial. Well, here we go! She pours some into the vaporizer, pushes the button, and takes a big lungful. She smiles and gives a thumbs up to the camera. Two pilots fly an escape craft away from the X-93 base. They are focused, working instruments and terminals. On a massive screen in front of them is the Skyforest 3, orbiting Skyforest base. Captain Vasco, this is Chanli from X-93. We got your distress calls. We are en route to assist. Thanks for listening to our tale of intrigue on the Skyforest podcast. Next time in Episode 9, Vasco, Palace, and Doc A finally get all the puzzle pieces together. They realize who their enemy has been this whole time. When they go to grill Rama, they discover that he's escaped, and they're pretty clear that he had some help. Taldega is forced to fire at an incoming object. Klaus makes a great escape after meeting with his old boss, and finally, it's Taldega's turn in the brig. He's ordered there by none other than Sergeant Bickle. All next time in Episode 9 of the Skyforest podcast.